So Mitsubishi said that the expected price of the all-new Xpander, the upgraded version here in Malaysia, would go for around 115,000 ringgit. That was a lie, because the Mitsubishi Xpander now comes in two variants for the first time in Malaysia. That is right. Malaysia's #1 non-national selling MPV now comes in two variants, the Xpander and the Xpander Plus. What's the difference? Well, I'll take you to that in a second. First things first, you'll notice here, don't be shy, come over and take a look at the engine bay. You'll notice that the engine bay still remains pretty much the same. Engine is covered. It's the same powertrain as before, makes slightly more power. That's the only difference. But both variants share the exact same powertrain, and in fact, both also share pretty much the exact same exterior. You'll notice now that the dynamic shield grille, yes, this is what Mitsubishi calls it, dynamic shield, is now bigger, more pronounced, more aggressive and sporty and in your face. You'll notice that it's much more open here with your camera systems. And of course, the top spec Xpander Plus gets some additional features, including a rear recording DVR. Yes, that's right. The DVR actually records the rear of the car, and we'll take you to see that in a quick second. But other than that, these two variants of the car are pretty much the same. You get the same headlights, you get the same fog lamps. Down here, you get the same thin LED bars here. You can come along to the side, you've got the same 17-inch alloy rims and wheels. You've got the same side profile, you've got your cameras and your rear view mirror. And of course, the interior is also pretty much the same. Now, you've got your fuel cap right here. And in the rear, you'll notice, again, not much has changed. The taillight design is slightly different. With the Xpander Plus, you've also got this nice little wing up here. You have a tailgate, not power assisted. So you can see there's, well, really not much room with the third row seats up, but it's doable, and you've got more storage down here. But with these seats folded down, you have more than enough space for a family barbecue weekend trip, right? So you can see that's a lot of space right there. Let me see if I can pull these back up. Oh, that's stuck in there pretty good. There we go, got it. There we go. But you can see that even with the seats up, they're pretty usable. So let's go inside and see what else is new in the Xpander. Okay, inside the new Mitsubishi Xpander, very basic, very bare bones. It's pretty much the same as before. You don't get a vanity mirror on the driver's side, you do get one on the passenger side. You've got your typical mirror here, you've got your infotainment in the center, aircon vents right below, you've got your AC controls, your gear selector, and a nice little cubby space, which, wow, that's actually quite deep. With your two cup holders, you get your updated steering wheel with all your buttons and cruise control functions. Your start-stop button is over here. You might not be able to see it, but there's also an info button right here by the aircon vent. So that will show you your trip information and reset it for you. You've got your glove box right here and more storage space up here. So that sums up the front row of the Mitsubishi Xpander. And okay, not to forget, you've got your semi-digital driver display. You've got your analog dials on either side, and of course a tiny little screen in the middle. Let's check out the back seats now. Okay, in the middle row, now you'll see that that was set to more or less my driving position, and I've got so much space right here. Not just in terms of legroom, but you can see the headroom. I've got like well over 2 fistful worth. And you've also got some rear aircon vents right here. Not sure if you can see that, but there is a control switch here to control how much air blows through here as well. And now let's quickly check the third row seats. See how, oh, I'm sorry, I'm pulling the wrong lever. Oh, look at that. You get cup holders with this. So now let's quickly check out the third row seats, see how usable those are. So it's a one-touch tumble, and then you can pretty much just walk in here. And let's put these back down. And bring it back up. All right, so with this set all the way back, all right, this is all the way back for the middle row. You'll notice that rear space is not the greatest, but you do get a 12-volt socket right here to help clean out and hoover out whatever you may need. Seat belts as well, grab handles, and you can see that the window does extend, so it doesn't feel very dark or dingy. So this is definitely doable, right? Even for someone of my size. for short trips, but if you're going to go for longer trips, I would recommend you move these seats forward, maybe to the frontmost position, I guess, and then this row would be the most comfortable in the house. But that sums up the changes in the new Mitsubishi Xpander, which starts from 99,980 ringgit for the base model Xpander and 109,980 ringgit for the Xpander Plus. By the way, the main difference you'll notice is this has grayish leather, which is the Xpander Plus, and then the black fabric would be the Xpander base model. So what do you guys think of the new Xpander here in Malaysia? Can it retain its crown as the #1 non-national MPV?